This is the demo for Twitter clone application, which is built over the Phoenix framework. So let's quickly go as an what this app does. So this app implements the basic functionalities of Twitter, like creating a tweet, following a user, or getting a query over the hashtags, and getting a live feed of all the users. So to start the application, what we have to do is, as in this is the home page. So what we have to do is, first of all, we have to go to assets folder and we have to run npm install. This installs all the node.js dependencies, and similarly we have to go to the main folder again and do a mixsteps.get. So it installs all the dependencies of the IEX as an Elixir, and then we can simply start the server using mixphx.server, and it will start the server at localhost and 4000 port. So this is the home. I have opened two tabs, and creating a user is pretty simple. You just need to type the name and password to a sign up, and it says signed up. And for login is the same thing, just click on login. So it maintains a check on whether the user exists and the username and passwords are correct. Similarly, I'll create a new user. For example, I'll just show an error message here, and I'll just, so it gets an error message, login failure. So everything is handled in socket.js Twitter channel, and all the client side application, all the client side API calls are handled in socket.js. And this is a server file which handles all the requests by the client, processes it, and sends it back to the client. So for example, let's see one of the messages which is sent by the server. For example, here we checked whether the username and password were correct, and we are sending the request, we are sending the reply back to the client this way. So it gets a status, and we are just displaying the status. We are just displaying the status in the sign-in handle, which is here. So it gets a status and it displays it here. So this is the main sign-in and sign-up functionality for this thing. And let's quickly create a new user2 sign up, and then login. One of the first major as in the first major functionality is tweeting. So we'll just create a first tweet. The tweet is created, and I am showing the tweets created by the user in the live feed, and you can also retweet it and it will also appear here. I'll just go ahead and follow this user, and whenever this user tweets new thing, it will be displayed in the followers also. I can also get my mentions. The mention is handled here. Hey, user2. So this is handled here, and for this also the user will get a live feed. So I'm not as in I'm handling the duplicates, as in there will be, if the user is mentioned and he's also a follower, that it will not be sent twice. For example, I'll just show, hey Yash. So Yash is not a follower for user2, but he was mentioned, so it is being shown here. I can also fetch all my mentions here, so it will show all the tweets in which I was mentioned. And I can also do a query for hashtag. For example, I had a hashtag UF. I do a search, and then it says who tweeted and what was the tweet. Let's go to the code now. So as I said, all the major client handles are here. When we click on the tweet button, it gets the tweet content, and it sends the tweet content to the channel called tweet, and it comes here. It says tweet, and then from here it updates the ETS table by creating a new tweet, and it notifies all the followers and all the mentions which are there. And just a second, yeah, here. So it pushes the message to all the followers in get tweet, and the get tweet function is handled here. And what it does, it, yeah, so it appends a new tweet on the top of the existing div which is already there. Similarly, when the document is loaded, I'm updating all my feeds from the ETS table. So similarly for everything is there for follow. If I click on the follow button, it goes to the channel for follow and comes back to here. So it comes back to here and it updates the ETS table and then sends the follow result. If the user exists, it follows it, otherwise it simply, it ignores the follow. Similarly for hashtag and everything, it goes here. So that's the major functionality here. As we can see, we are getting the live tweets, we are getting the mentions, we are getting the hashtag, we are able to tweet, we are able to retweet. So when we are retweeting, it just appends an identifier RT which says that this was a retweet. And finally we can simply log out, so it goes to the home page. So thank you.